Hello, hello, hello. We are with another one of your most requested guests, baby. I am making y'all dreams come true. Call me Lizzie McGuire. Hey now, hey now. This is what dreams are made of. Earlier this week, I had on the incomparable Cara Berry from Everyone's Business But Mine, and that was a key. So when I invited Cara, I was also like, okay, so who else do y'all want to see? People say like I haven't had on these guests, I'm like, this cannot be right, but it is right because when me and Aaron would podcast, a lot of the times it would just be me and Aaron, or me, Aaron, and Kendrick, or me, Aaron, Kendrick, Raven.
Mhm.
But when y'all said, "Hey, you never had Zell on," and I'm just like, that don't sound right. And if it is right, I have to rectify it because we be in these Instagram threads, whatever, it's social media podcast streets together, cutting up, and I get a lot of my information from you. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, like just listening to you on Kendrick's pod, like, like
Mm.
listen, just in general, I'm just like, who asked her? Everybody asked her because she knows everything.
It's funny. My friends call me GMZ because
Exactly, Giselle
they,
MZ. Okay,
yeah, they call me.
like,
They're like when they can't find something, they're like GMZ. What it is? What's up? Let us
what had
know.
happened? What is the tea? What are people talking about?
Well, it's funny because like I also have like a good like sixth sense, so I can piece things together really well. In the Janae and Kenny breakup, like when everybody was saying my of course my group chats were speculating, and I literally said, I said, I don't know, y'all. I said, I don't think it's cheating. I said, I think that it's money related. I said something like greed, money related. I said, or racist. And then I said, and then my top tier, like bottom barrel worst, I said, and I hope not, and I hoped for not. I was like, he put hands on her.
That's what I was thinking.
But I literally said, I said, I think it's something like scam related and he's racist. And they were like, really? I was like, yes. And then it came out and they were like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't know. That's just what I was picking up. Because I remember when they first came out of the villa, everybody was saying, like, oh, Kenny's a Trump supporter, Kenny's a Trump supporter. And
Yeah,
he gave this stupid ass, like, I was like,
response.
no. He was like,
I have
I'm not,
a study in international,
yeah,
and he's gonna be the president. And
I'm
I'm like,
always gonna follow the president. And I was like, okay, you can follow the POTUS account, but he's not active on that account. Okay.
and he was following a bunch of other people too,
He was, yeah.
problematic
Hmm.
ass people.
Hmm.
So what
Yep.
are we even talking about here?
Yep.
Yeah, I got in his ass real good, and I'm gonna get his ass. I'm gonna keep dragging him, so don't pick up the bitch. But I want to get back to what I was saying is that you are like one of the top people that people request to have on the pod when I ask that question. So I'm like, oh, now that I'm having guests on and I want to do more guest spots, I have to have the incomparable Zell on, baby. Welcome to the pod and thank you for saying yes. Like, we have
Of
some
course.
good stuff to talk about today. We've been DMing a little bit about what I'm gonna get you for later, but we're not gonna
Not too
start with
much.
that. We're not gonna start with that. No.
Why?
If you guys watch, you are going to understand. And some of y'all are on certain teams, and I also want to know what team you're on when it comes to the dudes, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
First, let's get into some Bravo stuff as usual, since this is technically the Bravo episode. You did a section on your latest episode called like Sheena's book. I have not been bothered to read anything about Sheena's book other than the fact that she got cheated on, didn't tell nobody,
Hmm.
and ruined Vanderpump Rules.
Hmm.
And now apparently she's probably hinting at, her and Lala are hinting at, they'll be back on the Valley, if not full time. What could you tell me about like Sheena's books that was actually like interesting? Because the only thing that I know from that was that she got cheated on. Lisa
Hmm.
Vanderpump is obviously a male sympathizer, which is
Hmm.
nothing new. But was there anything? Oh, and her hit list. like
Yeah.
the Lindsay Lohan style hit list. But was there anything else that you heard about, or are you a Sheena fan?
No.
Like,
No. I
did you buy
listen.
the book?
I no, I'm not a Sheena fan. There are some times when I see Sheena doing things for attention that I feel so badly for her just on like a human level because I'm like, God, that woman really wants approval and to be liked. And it is almost painful for me to see, right? There was nothing else besides those key points that you made in her book that I was like, oh, except for I finally got the
So
validation that I needed. Well, I didn't need it, but
it
I
was nice to
knew
have.
I knew that Sheena wasn't white all the way.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I guess I started gaslighting myself because, we've all watched so many freaking episodes of Vanderpump Rules and I've watched it from the
She talks
beginning.
about her Mexican side a couple times, I think.
Yeah. And I was like, and then I saw somebody saying, like, oh, this Sheena's parents, Sheena's parents, Sheena's parents. And I was like, yeah, but I don't think that white man is her OG dad because her sister, that's a white girl, right?
Right.
Sheena, not a white girl. And so then in the book when she was like, "Oh yeah, my real dad is XYZ," I was like, "I knew it." And then I started putting all the dots together. I was like, "That's why she was so mad when Stassi said her wedding dress looked like a quinceañera dress."
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was the only
Yeah,
other thing.
it didn't click, even though I do know that her dad is Mexican, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But it did not click that that is why she felt a way about it, which makes sense. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I would be offended. I'm not even Mexican. Like, bitch, what you mean? That's my dress. But
Stop that comment coming from Stassi is not.
especially,
Yeah, that's like, well, I think if anybody said it, it would be like, okay, what do you mean? But anybody who wasn't Mexican, but like it coming from Stassi added another layer. Like, whoa, bitch, whoa.
especially the way that she was treating her
Uh-huh.
at
Calm,
that
calm your
time.
blonde hair, blue eye, good jeans ass down.
Mm,
Okay. Calm it down.
okay. Like, that is so interesting. Oh my God, I'm having that realization like right
Mm-hmm.
now. That's so good.
Yeah.
That's wild. And you know what? I see like a similarity between, well, Snooki is more sure of herself than Sheena,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but Snooki is adopted. And like
Mm-hmm.
this season, I know I'm the only person who watches Jersey Shore still, but don't do me.
I
Don't do me. Don't do me. Every week I'm like, thank God, like today is Thursday. I'm like, yes. But she is finally like finding her actual like, birth mom, and she is actually Chilean, and she talked to her mom on the phone, and I'm like, this is so crazy that this woman has been living as an Italian woman,
yeah.
but like fully
Mm-hmm.
immersed in Italian culture to the point where it's like that's the only thing that she knows, and like not only is she like connected to the Italian roots to Italy, but she's also the Americanized version of Italian. And you would think like once you get a certain age or once you grow up, you would want to kind of really return to your roots, but it seems like she's just still so Italian. And so now I'm seeing her, she's talking to her mom. Her mom said, I'm sorry, like I had to give you up because I couldn't take care of you. And, I hope that you have a good life. And her mom doesn't know. I don't even know if her mom knows who Snooki is because the whole conversation
Uh,
has to be translated from
oh.
Spanish. So she has a translator there who tracked down her mom and all that stuff. And I'm like, I wonder if this is going to activate something inside of Snooki, and also like is she gonna look back and like realize so many different like microaggressions from
Mm-hmm.
possible castmates or friends or even family, because she doesn't even pass as a she doesn't pass as
She
Italian.
doesn't. And like her little girl, like
Mhm.
she looks like a Latina little girl. Like and you know what? It's crazy to me because I've always thought about this when it comes to Snooki. I'm like, you are literally not Italian. You're literally not Italian. That's like
Like not even half.
Yeah, like there's nothing about you that's Italian. You so like you are placating, right? Like Italian, and I'm just so confused by that because especially when I think it was when she started having kids because like her kids' names are very Italian. I know their dad is Italian, right? But
Yeah.
I'm like you yourself, it's like I don't even know. I it's
Like
a
I understand that like that's all she knows. Since
it
she was a
is.
baby, that's all she knows and that's all she knew and she never reached out to the other side. But then once she got into that group
Hmm.
of people, all her friends, and she got famous and she just wants to like she probably grew up in an Italian neighborhood, grew up with an
Hmm.
Italian family, and like it's so wild to just think about it. Like her and Sheena, I see some similarities in them,
Yeah.
except Snooki is not desperate for attention in that
Mm.
way anymore. It's more Angelina who's still desperate for attention, but
Oh God.
that's for a solo episode, you guys.
No, I don't. I something like there's just something a little Rachel Dolezal-ish about Snooki.
Yo,
Thinking like
that's
I'm
the
like,
wildest
but like I don't,
comparison.
I don't like Rachel Dolezal. Like I shouldn't compare the two, but like that's why I say
I get
Rachel
what you mean though.
Dolezal-ish because like Rachel Dolezal is a white woman, right, pretending to be black. Snooki, it's come from such a deep place of like abandonment and
Right.
not knowing who you are and adoption and everything.
And trying
But
to blend in.
yeah,
Yeah.
there is a Venn diagram there. There is a
There
Venn
is.
diagram there.
There is. And then that's why Sheena also Sheena also just does everything to be a white girl. Like a West Coast white girly. Like
Yeah.
basically she tries to be what her sister looks like.
Yeah, she does.
That's
Where
wild.
she's from Azusa, I think. Yeah.
That's wild. And then I
Hmm.
heard in the book that they said season 9 there was like a fight that was actually scripted and they didn't tell producers. And I'm like, that's crazy because there's so much drama within the group. Why are you guys scripting fights? And if you're going to script something, then you need to let producers in on it because they're going to make it what it's supposed to
They're
be.
there to produce.
And that's why, even though I'm, not really fucking with Kristen Doty like that, I mean, I do think that she's done more work than Stotzi when it comes to, getting back in good graces or at least educating herself. She's
Hmm.
done a little bit more, a lot of bit more work than Stotzi. Kristen Doty said, if you're going to try to come on the Valley and
Hmm.
you're going to try to script shit, it's not going to
Yeah.
work over here, baby, because we are airing out skeletons over here. We're calling people drunks, like we're calling people addicts, we're calling
Yeah.
people cheaters. You're coming from a place of desperation, and it's so crazy because it's like Sheena does not understand that without her, there is no Vanderpump Rules. Like the
Hmm.
entire show is based off of what she did with
Yes.
Eddie. But in addition to that, she's so much so connected to the Valley that I went from season 1, oh my God, we do not need Sheena anywhere near this show, to now season 2, I'm like, oh shit, she knows this person. She actually
Hmm.
introduced that person, Janet, this, and Jesse's girlfriend said that to her. And I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
so she is so tightly woven into this show that it's so sad that she's still desperate for attention
Exactly.
and wanting that. And I congratulate her for making the top 10, or like she's a New York Times bestseller. But
Hmm.
she has the shout out to Bravo historian, aka Sam Bush, she has the dagger of death by the top 10. And if you guys don't know what the dagger of death is, it means that there were a lot of books bought in bulk for you to get on
Yeah.
that top 10. um
Remember when Lala didn't make this?
how humiliating. Mind you, that was the one audiobook that I didn't spend money on it, but my friend knows that at that time I was just like, you know what, I want to hear what Lala has to say. So he bought it because he knew I wasn't going to spend money on that shit. I listened to it, so I'm like, even my one download should have helped in some way. You didn't do it, and then didn't she have like a whole ass like cake or whatever? Like
Yep. Hmm. Yep. Sure did. Yep.
humiliating.
The only thing I retained from her book was that she kept calling her abortion an abo. And I was like, okay.
I remember when she was talking about how she used to like go she was in her whole she was in her whole phase for a long time. But
Hmm.
her serious whole phase like before Randall, and I even think that this was like what when she was like hostessing at Sarah, like she was talking about how she like fucked one guy and then she went home and then she came back and fucked another guy that same day. And I'm like, and you still didn't make the bestseller list. You done told us all
All
this.
your business.
You done
All
told
your business.
they would have to beat me.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
There's something just like Sheena and Brock, I would have kept that fucking affair shit to myself.
oh my God, let's get into that.
I would have kept it to
Because
myself.
like it makes her look so like it just doesn't it doesn't make sense in so many ways, especially for you to wait to tell us in your book and also for you to want to be on another show. It's like
Hmm.
I'm going to be watching this show knowing how you acted on Vanderpump Rules,
Yep.
knowing how you're going to act on this show because you're going to be in everyone's business like you were, and you were only not even part-time, you were shown a few times.
Yep.
And now I'm going to wonder, oh, what really is happening? And guess what? What she said made me think even more so than I thought before that he hooked up with Raquel.
No,
It
literally.
ain't no way that
Hmm.
he did not hook up with Raquel. There's no
I,
way.
you know what? The only way
Yes.
I think that he didn't hook up with Raquel, Rachel, whatever we're calling her
Mm-hmm.
now,
Mm-hmm.
is literally because Rachel didn't want to. Think about it, think about it. What does Brock actually provide? Nothing. Brock is the
Nothing.
dependent, okay?
Exactly.
I would not touch Tom Sandoval with like 100-foot pole,
But he
but
was Tom
he
Sandoval.
was Tom Sandoval. He had been on the show for a long time. He had also pulled this move before, kind of with Kristen and Ariana, and he's a little bit manipulative. Brock has rocks for brains. He
Rocks
is
for
not smart.
brains. And then also it's such a like to know that you don't take care of your kids that you got on the other side of the planet, but you over
Literally.
here having new babies, and then not only that, cheating on the baby mama who is literally providing for your life, like, and you have no money, you don't have the gym anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, Brock, nothing's in Brock's name. You know what I mean? He's
right.
not even a co-leaser,
No,
like that's all Sheena's shit. So she was better off sleeping with Sheena than Brock. But I
exactly.
mean, she did fuck somebody in their bed. I
Close
remember
enough, I
Sheena said
guess.
that back then that she fucked
Yeah,
somebody in their
because she was
bed.
staying at the apartment and she's like,
Hmm.
well, yeah, and my kid's stuff is there. And I'm like, girl, you are worried about the
The wrong
wrong
things.
motherfucking thing. And now we know what she should have
Mm.
been worried about. And then also, it's just like, so she reacted when she said, oh, I read the note and then I threw it in the fire. I'm like, girl, you basically telling us you don't want to know nothing else because what do you mean? I would have got down to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? And then I also just would not have acted how she acted on that last
Yeah,
season of VPR, going through that in real time and then knowing that this other woman went through that who's supposed to be your friend,
best friend.
best friend. And then you wonder, oh, yeah, she doesn't really talk to me as much. And you're wondering why.
Well, this is what I said too, because she's doing interviews and they're like, oh, has Ariana, or no, she said this on her podcast. She said, Ariana hasn't reached out since the news broke, and I thought she would. Text her.
Why the fuck would she
Text her.
reach
And
out?
you know what? Like, we are so far away from what all the things you could have done. First of all, no one knows your business but you, Sheena. And if you didn't want it on the show, you literally had ample time to go to Ariana, go to her home, talk to her one on one, and say, I want to tell you that Brock cheated on me, but I don't want this to be public, but I empathize with you here and I am staying with him. So,
See,
like, this is where same, but different. You could have told her that, but no,
exactly.
you acted how you acted.
Yep.
You then freaking have it lost your friend. And then now you're like, this came out in the news. Why isn't she talking? Why hasn't she reached out to me?
And then on top of that, her and Lala are like inseparable.
Yeah. And Lala, oh God, and Lala she's not coming off of, Lala's still talking about the breakdown of her and Katie's friendship. And I'm just like,
And Katie's gone.
Katie,
Katie's like, fuck this.
yeah,
Like, Katie's gone. She does not care
no,
about none
not
of
at
this
all.
shit. It's so weird. And she's just, I know she's going to be on next season. I feel like they're going to make her full time also, because the way that she answered on Amazon Live, she was like, I saw a clip and she was like, am I going to be on the next season of The Valley? I can't tell you guys. But and she basically was just like, oh, I went from being like a mom for in mommy mode for a straight year to now I'm just going to be so busy. And I was just telling my brother that, I'm just getting used to, being so busy again. And I'm like, oh no, they're going to put this bitch on full time, when it was
Lauren
like
from
you're
Utah?
on part Lala on The Valley. So I'm just like, why would you guys put Lala on The Valley, especially full time, when she was on The Valley? The one conversation that I even remember, I guess, was entertaining was her cussing out Jesse's ass, because I'm so sick of people not seeing
Yeah,
Jesse for who he fucking is.
same.
I like that. And then
Hmm.
her conversation with Michelle, but it was more so the audience, which I hate that the audience even needed to see that, and some people still don't sympathize with her, that this woman's mother was dying and Jesse would not let her daughter see her mother. Like, I don't care.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When Jesse at that reunion, when Jesse was like, you weaponized Isabella, so I weaponized Isabella. You said, oh, if you don't let her see my mom, she's not going to Boston. I said, that's light work, baby. Your mama
Light
would have
work.
been all types of bald headed bitches. And
Ex-
you a fucking son of a goddamn dog. And fuck you, your whole bloodline. Fuck everybody. And you know what? Oh my God. I said, Jesse got the right one with Michelle. Jesse
the
got the right
right
one with
one.
Michelle.
And
Because the
he uses
way,
those tears
mm-hmm.
to get women to be like,
Yep.
oh, he's so sensitive. Oh,
Yep.
he's trying. Oh, he wants to be a father. Michelle is so cold. She's not crying. What the fuck is this bitch supposed to be crying for? Her mom is dying. She is going through a divorce with a demon.
Devil.
Like,
Devil.
that's not okay. And on top of that, she's probably, I don't want to speculate, she's probably on so many medications just to be okay, that
Yeah.
it stops you from crying. Like, it stops you
Mm-hmm.
from getting those extreme emotions, because
Yeah.
you're going through so much fucking more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stand that.
And then he asks her to pay for half of the wedding.
Go to hell.
I wanted to knock all
Go to
this shit
hell.
over. I said,
Same.
he would again. I said he would bring out, mind you, I've been through a divorce. He would bring out the nastiest side of me, because are you
She
stupid?
not
Are
doing
you dumb?
enough.
Are you dumb? I would actually air out all of his fucking dirty laundry. And
Exactly.
then add some to it, because you're
Yep. And would have
insane.
lied about
You're
it.
insane. Now you want me to pay for half the fucking wedding? You
After you
that
told
is
me that I was selling coochie for 1,500,
a night.
at least 15,000 for a billionaire, like, you did that on purpose. You sat there and took a couple zeros off. Like, that was so humiliating. And that was such a point of, like, even if you don't watch the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a clip that circulated
Mm-hmm.
around on social media. So it's like, oh, that show where the dude is saying that his ex-wife who cheated on him is now selling coochie for $1,500. What? When you're the one who's probably selling Bucci for fifteen
Exactly.
hundred dollars? Because that's where you get it
Exactly.
from. Because why did you say $1,500? Is that how much you cost?
Exactly. I I also just like, again, people literally don't, their hatred for a woman is overshadowing
Insane.
like this extremely problematic, dangerous behavior
Yep.
from a man. That is not okay. Like that he said that, and that he admits to lying about it. He literally said, I lied. Yeah, I lied about it. The
And he
fact that he's so
smirks.
comfortable, exactly. The fact that he's so comfortable saying, I lied about this because I was mad because I wanted to. And then you get to this, almost sent me through the roof as well.
Yeah.
Him saying, I don't want Isabella around a 35-year-old man. No, Isabella should not be around just a random 35-year-old man. Duh.
Right.
But this is someone that her mother is dating. And you are the one that went back. I know so many men. I know men who think like this, who
Me
will
too.
have five different women around their daughters, will have their
And
women.
leave him with them.
Exactly. Just took the words right out of my mouth. But as soon as the mom takes her time to get to know somebody and wants to bring a man into their kid's life, they are sliding down the wall. Oh, they all types of weirdos, bald
Yep.
headed, scallywags,
Yep.
whores, blah, blah.
Yep.
That is a controlling tactic. That is controlling because it's one, trying to control what the mom does, but also it's scaring away these other men. No one wants to deal with that.
That's
No.
what she was saying on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron talked to her and was like, "Listen, I can't
Mm-hmm.
around if this is what it's like."
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it sucks because she is literally so beautiful. And it's like you've already wasted, well, no, she got her daughter from it, but you've already wasted so much time with this booty call that was
Yeah.
only supposed to last one night. And that is why, ladies, what do we learn here? The ones that always wanted you are the ones that dog you out the
Mm-hmm.
most.
You need to get that ass, get that cash, and leave.
Period. And I want everyone to also, because I have so many Jesse, and I still love y'all, even though y'all are Jesse sympathizers. I know
Mm-mm.
that your heart, if you're listening to this podcast, I know that your heart is good. You are just blinded by the tears. You're blinded by what, seeing a strong woman, like okay, I don't understand you, but I know that you are not a bad person. But I want you to listen to this. Who is the only other person that has the most in common with Jax Taylor, who literally just said, well, just admitted basically physical,
Mm-hmm.
mental, like emotional abuse,
Mm-hmm.
who's in the fucking group chat, who's literally the one always sticking up. Y'all are going in on Jax as you should. Please get him again for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get him again for me.
Mm-hmm.
But who is his best friend on the show and probably in real motherfucking life? Tom Schwartz,
Mm-hmm.
who y'all love. Schwartzy, he's just innocent. He's not as bad as Jax. And Jesse, please be so fucking for real right now.
That
Be
Tom
so fucking for
Schwartz,
real right now.
that Tom Schwartz weaponized incompetence. Tom Schwartz reminds me so much of my ex-husband, and I'm just like, I have to calm down because it's so like it's
I
the
get
same
it.
thing.
It's
People like
triggering.
him, and he's like they're like he's really chill, and he's like, oh, like can fit in
He's a
anywhere. It's like
teddy
not a bad
bear.
guy. Blah 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 blah. You marry him. You be
Marry
into
him.
him.
It's
You do,
different.
and I
And
was
I
always the Katie
seen that
Maloney.
shit though.
I was always the Katie Maloney.
But I always saw, like, why are
Mhm.
we protecting a man who literally threw beer on his girlfriend over a woman he just met, who he ended up actually making? We found out years later that
Mhm.
they did make out.
You know what's crazy about that?
What?
They had to reenact that scene because it happened the night before when cameras were down. And I
Really?
said, yes. I said this about it. I said, that almost makes it worse for me because
Absolutely.
a man should be so ashamed that he did that. He would be like, I'm sorry, I can't do that again. Like, we can do the fight, but I cannot dump beer on her head again. But that wasn't the first time Tom Schwartz had dumped a drink on someone. He threw a drink at Stassi in season one in that Vegas.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember. I
it's,
remember that, but it
yeah.
was just like that was his girlfriend. Like, obviously
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
terrible,
yeah.
but I'm saying, like, what the fuck? It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
Tom Schwartz has always been terrible. Tom Sandoval has always been terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Jax has always been terrible. Like, this is
Mm-hmm.
one of those shows. And I'm sorry, y'all. Danny,
Oh, girl. I would listen. I was on an island by myself all season because no, I don't like Janet. She's very triggering to me, right? But again, If you touch my girlfriend, if you put your hand on my thigh and say, "Go get daddy a drink," no, get the fuck off me. But then when I walk away, you touch my girlfriend's ass or any part of her body, I have to beat you up. I have to beat your wife up, and no, I'm never gonna see it for you.
And then what pissed me off was he wanted to act like, oh, I thought we squashed this. Jasmine can talk about it as many times as she wants
Mhm.
to motherfucking talk about it because you are the person that she fucking did it to. And
Yeah.
her girlfriend.
Hmm.
So just because you thought that you squashed it off camera, it was so long ago. Me and Nia are in a better place. I'm a good husband. No, because let me tell y'all something exclusive, allegedly. Danny B in them clubs tripping, in them
Yeah.
bars tripping.
Yeah.
I know this for not firsthand, but secondhand. So be
Yeah.
clear, he's not this whole family man that he just gets.
Mm-mm.
He's so tired of being a dad, that he has to work, he has to be a father, and when he lets loose, he just gets a little bit too drunk, and you know what? He just gets handsy. Like, no,
No.
he be out in these streets while Nia is literally baking
Mm-mm.
another child, taking care of all these children from him while he is literally like, I got three, the change of diaper. Bitch, I don't care. You're dad.
These men are literally the downfall, except for Luke, and that's pending behavior because I haven't seen anything. But like even Jason, I wholeheartedly believe that he be taking that ring off. These men, one thing about it, and two things for sure, they are going to hide the secrets and then expose the secrets when another one of them gets thrown under the bus. They're going to keep throwing each other under the bus. And that's all we've seen this season.
We
It's
sure have.
all we've seen.
And
Jason be
that's
taking
why
that ring off.
that ooh,
He be taking that motherfucking ring off.
he got his hat it now. He got his hat it
Okay.
now.
Okay.
I try not to get on. I try not to get on Jason too much because I found out recently on the season that he is half black. So
I don't
I'm like,
care.
okay.
Niggas
But
piss
that
me off
also
all the
means that I can
time.
talk about you.
Yeah.
Like that means that I can talk about you. Y'all
Mm-mm.
not too much, but let me Jason. But I kind of do like that he's messy. I don't believe that it's all Janet that makes him being messy because you saw it at the reunion. He chimes in when he wants to. Like
Yeah.
it's not her. She might put a battery in his back sometimes, but you can tell that if he really truly just wanted to be like a lawyer, attorney, whatever, he would make his little
Hmm.
like his little appearances or
Yeah.
whatever, and then he go back into his corner. Like, no, he's the one who's driving Jax to rehab,
Yeah.
calling,
Oh
checking
yeah.
in, all that shit. So he is in the mix. Be
A
very
100%.
clear.
I think the one thing I will give Janet and Jason, whether they're on the wrong side of history or not, is they will present a united front. He is going to have his wife's back when that includes being in female business, right? Because Lord knows he pissed me off at that end party when people are like, Jason, let them talk. And he's like, oh, a man can't have good ideas. No,
Shut
Patricia,
your
that's
ass
not what the
up.
fuck we're saying. We're saying stay out of female business
Let
shit.
them handle it.
But it is admirable that he's always going to have his wife's back no matter how wrong she or he is.
It's a case of who's the least worst person, not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
who's the best husband.
Right.
That's not what we're doing here. It's just like all the people in general. Like, I don't know about Nia, but I would say like everyone on the show has they're not good people. Like they might be good
Yeah.
friends to each other, but I
Hmm.
just genuinely do not believe that these people are good people. Like on Summer House, I believe that even though they get into shit, they expose each other for shit,
Hmm.
like whatever. I believe that the people on Summer House are decent people.
Yeah.
But
I
when
would
it
agree with that.
comes to the Valley, everyone is bad. And unpopular opinion, Janet not as bad as everybody be saying. For
Mm,
me personally.
I, I, you know what it is? She is a fan. Okay. She
Yes.
is a fan, right? And at much kind of like we were just saying about Sheena, at
Mhm.
this point, just lean into it. Okay. Lean into it. Janet is a Karen,
Yeah.
but I
Oh,
don't
yes.
think she's, I'm, when it comes to Dodie and her, I'm like, Kristen, what drives me crazy is if let's switch the roles. If Danny were Jason and if Danny and Nia were Jason and Janet, right?
Right.
And you heard that Jason was taking his ring off, you would be all over it. Or no,
If he was
yeah,
drinking
exactly.
in the hallway or wherever,
Right.
drinking in the cupboard
You would be
and
all over it.
grabbing people's ass
Exactly.
and talking about it, and also saying that, just weird ass shit.
I don't like Janet, but there are sometimes I will be honest with you. I was kind of with her with the drinking in the cupboard thing. I was
That's
like,
weird.
it is. And he says what he was like more so hiding from the camera or whatever. I think that's weird. Um,
I didn't even hear that. He was just saying that he just like everyone was drinking and I feel
mhm.
like I needed to catch up, where I just took a little swig. Like, but no, I think that she saw you chugging
Yeah.
alcohol in the closet, and everyone knows that you have an alcohol problem,
Mhm.
and we're not addressing it. And what pisses me off about Kristen is
Yeah.
that she has now made it her business, and I'm
Mhm.
like, why are you going so hard?
I'm with
Just
you.
like with the whole Jesse thing, it's like this man was about to literally try to jump over to beat your ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird to me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that's
That's why
fucking
I can
weird.
never get with Kristen all the way because like you just said, Jesse was like violent toward he like tried to charge at you and Luke.
That's
Like he
another thing that
knocked
I'm like,
people
did y'all
over.
not see that shit? And you are on Jesse's side. He's bamming on the table. He's telling people to shut the fuck up. He's calling women whores, bitches, sluts,
Hmm.
selling pussy for $1,500, sucking dick for $10. Like, he's doing all this shit. He's
Hmm.
about to like fight Luke and Kristen and all this stuff. He's even saying that he's doing things to provoke
Yeah.
Michelle, but you still
But
think
then
that Michelle's worse?
sits in front of Michelle's face and tells her he doesn't talk that way about you in front of me. Kristen, come on. Come the fuck on. And Kristen, no, we're never gonna be fucking friends again. We were friends. Why the fuck did you tell everybody that I had a fucking boyfriend?
And that's the question.
Why the fuck did you tell everybody that I had a goddamn boyfriend? No, we're never gonna be friends again.
Ever.
Like, and all of the girls have said, if I was married to Jesse, I would cheat on him too. All of the girls have said that.
And me too.
And me three. Okay. Absolutely. It would be one or two things. If he wouldn't let me leave, okay,
Or you're getting
we're
cheated on.
cheating or I'm gonna end up on Snapped.
Hey, and which one you want?
Right? Hello? Because I feel
You're
like
insufferable.
yeah,
Like, can you
literally.
imagine being married to him?
No.
And then not on top of that, like, I'm sorry, just as a man, on top of all the terrible personality traits that you have, you are also broke.
No.
You're a white man, a white straight man in California, and you broke.
Broke.
Sad. Burger
Literally.
glad.
Literally.
Hey, I can't do a Jesse. I will say that a lot of the times he does make me cackle because it's out of like, oh my God, this person is so horrible and he's
Hmm.
fine with it and no one sees it. But it also just, it's to the point where I'm like, I'm so frustrated that I just have to laugh. Just like with
Yeah.
Tom Schwartz, I'm like, you guys are believing this shit.
Right.
Like
No, a
any
hundred
time that
percent.
he would do shit, even with this whole Jax and him living next to each other thing,
Hmm.
Schwartz is trying to say, "Oh no, you shouldn't have said that. Oh no, I didn't plan that. Oh no, it's not like that." Y'all are about to do, not only do y'all live basically together, y'all are about to do, and I don't know who the fuck is going. It sounds like my nightmare blunt rotation, not even blunt rotation, my nightmare, period.
Hmm.
They're about to do a appearance. It's Tom Schwartz, Jax, and Johnny Bananas. Kill me.
Oh my God. Oh
And they
my
have a
God.
whole ass flyer, like a 2000 style flyer, where they like put the names on it. And it's like DJ Johnny Bananas. First of all, what do you have to do to be a DJ? Have an iPad? Because I
Oh
got one.
my God.
Who is going?
That should be illegal.
Who is going? Who do
Well,
we call?
the same people who went to that fucking his little tour, The Mind of a Man. The Mind of a
The
Man.
one that got canceled? What do
Who
you think he was doing?
who the fuck would
Who
now
was
again
going?
we have seen that he has admitted to domestic violence. Okay.
Thank you.
And then somebody said, Alex Baskin, I'm looking at you, said, let's get him on a podcast tour. Let's get him on a tour and call it The Mind of a Man. The mind of a man is a scary place in general, but the
In
mind
general,
of Jax
Jax
Taylor,
Taylor.
ew.
And then it's just like, okay, so are we blaming drugs and alcohol, or are we blaming mental illness? Either whichever way it go, you're exploiting and exposing women, people, like people who have been through things. Like, you are just having this behavior be okay, encouraging it, and you're thinking like, we're just gonna let that shit slide. Like,
Right.
absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. You should not be able to get in any venue. You should not be able to get in. You can't even do that shit at the local liquor store. No, not at the park. No, get your ass the fuck, do it in your house.
Literally.
And get off Instagram with it. Send a telegram, because I don't want to see it. You do not deserve it.
No. It's
and then,
disgusting.
Oh my God, we've been talking about the Valley reunion, guys. Like, that's what this is going to be. Just starting out, do you use contraception?
Oh my God.
He waits, pauses.
He couldn't
Do you use condoms? Waits, pauses more. You fuck porn star. Hello, what that got to do with you not using condoms?
He is so, he should be like, we need to call the CDC on him.
I'm still wondering where COVID came from.
Jax Taylor.
And it came from Jax. Well, one of my leading theories is Jax Taylor.
Could be.
We're looking at the wrong people.
We are.
As a society. Like, it's entirely too much. It's too much to handle.
I agree.
And we have 2 more parts. So how much more horrible will it get?
Well, much like all of the other 3-part reunions that are very unnecessary. I'm sure this next part we could just cut out. Either the second part or the third part is always the one that doesn't need to be there. I need to know who at Bravo has a problem with a 90-minute reunion special. I feel like we could knock everything out in a 90-minute special.
I think so too. It's also, this is the Valley.
Yeah.
A second season show.
Yeah.
That y'all filmed because too early. You could have just waited and filmed it later, because they done, like, what? I think that Kristen had her baby. Nia is the one I think they're waiting on to drop. Or did she already have the baby?
No, she had the baby.
She had the baby. So yeah, they could have waited until after they had the babies, and we could have waited for the reunions to be filmed then instead of before, because you have to let shit play out after we see what we see.
Yeah.
They filmed this reunion a while ago.
Girl, I'm not even gonna comment on that, because they ate me up when I said they're doing this reunion too early. They were like, Kristen and Nia are about to give birth. I understand that.
Okay, so let them do it after.
I was like, I understand that.
They're gonna be on the show.
I said, you know what? Never mind. Y'all win. I lose. Desperate
people could have did it from the hospital.
Hello.
He was like, Offset, y'all won.
Yeah, I was like, y'all got it. Okay, cool. Whatever.
So I'm 10 toes down on that. I'm sorry, that was stupid. It was way too early. Way too early. Like, way too early. Like, I agree. But you know what? It did, even though people are not clocking it, Jesse is like, look at the social media comments. Shut up, you damn bitch. Like, what
Andy had to tell him. Andy said, those don't matter.
He's like, what are you talking about?
Well, just much like Ralph from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Right.
Those men only care about the court of public opinion.
Right.
That's all they care about.
For them, it's winning. Just like Jax, though. But you know what? It comes to bite them in the ass, because now Jax, he is not going to be on the new season, and I'm like, I don't know, like, Y'all was fine with it. Y'all gave him
Yeah.
this show. Y'all knew exactly who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, you're the same person who covered up James Kennedy's behavior
Yep.
for so many years. So I don't really know how I feel about Jax not being on the show because y'all liked it. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
encouraged it. Y'all let him go to rehab, lie about his drug habit. The only reason he went to rehab is because he didn't want to get fired from the show. Like it came to that. So I really don't think that it's like, oh, finally this man is off this show. Like, no, that's what y'all wanted, right?
I love that it's like a open, like, of course, when Jax came out and said, I have a cocaine problem, we were like, yeah, and this guy is blue. But I love how he tried to throw other people under the bus. And they were like,
Please.
they're like, yeah, but we
Yeah,
don't have problems. Like,
exactly.
we don't.
That
When
was the
Brittany said, I ain't saying
ghettoest
that I
shit.
have, but you could give me a drug test right now and I'll pass it. Will you?
That was I was like, she ate that. She
Clock
ate
it.
that. Clock it. That was the ghettoest shit. And I remember that shit was going on at the same time that they released Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And I'm just like, I don't ever want to hear nothing about a
Mm-mm.
black show ever again. And that's why when Jackie Christie pushed her daughter into a different multi-dimension, I was like, let her fucking do it. Because we just saw two of the ghettoest shows on
Mm-hmm.
the planet Earth air back to back, and everyone is just like, oh, wow. Like, no, that's how y'all act. That's how they act in the
No,
valley.
100%.
Be clear.
Vanderpump Rules is one of the ghettoest shows ever.
Ever in history.
Ever.
It was white
Like
love and hip hop.
it, no, 100%. 100%.
Just like when they had that reunion and Lala was on the right side of history, her and James were literally Stevie J and Jocelyn.
Yeah, they were. I know exactly which
That
one you're
reunion where they
talking
fought
about.
everybody, that shit was good.
It was funny.
Anyways, okay, enough of the valley. Let's talk about your friend.
Oh God.
Ain't that your friend? The summer I turned pretty. Every 2 years, there's a little ass girl, and
Mhm.
I don't even know what. Maybe they call her Belly because she makes my stomach hurt. Isabella.
Oh my
She has
God.
two love interests. This is also ghetto because they brothers,
Yeah, it is ghetto.
Connor and Jeremiah. The summer I turned pretty, and there's nothing about this show that should take 2 years to make. I just also want to put that out
No.
there.
No.
None of these shows that are like just literally them filming on college campuses and in houses. Why are we
Like
taking Game of Thrones level? No
Stranger
CGI.
Things. Yeah, Stranger Things
Yeah.
timelines to fill.
Like,
I
what
don't
are we
know.
talking about? And also, we don't give a fuck that much. But when it comes out, I do. I'm just saying, like, I like when I'm waiting for it, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm like
Yep.
Tiffany Pollard. I don't give a fuck. And then when it
Mm-hmm.
come on Wednesdays, so what Belly talking about now? Now Belly, she started the season with Jeremiah. Okay, we leave off on the last season. She decides to be with Jeremiah because Connor broke up. And the only reason Connor
I love how
didn't
you're calling him
Connor,
Connor.
oh, isn't that Connor? Isn't his name
Conrad.
Conrad? I call him Connor all the time. Like, and I do it not on purpose, but he looks like a Connor and acts like a
Fair.
Connor.
Yeah.
But Conrad, and I, Connor Conrad. Let me be professional for a little bit. Conrad, he was grieving his mother,
Mm-hmm.
and he was acting like an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he was grieving his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to juggle school, his annoying ass brother Jeremiah,
Mm-hmm.
the daddy that's also a jackass.
Mm-hmm.
They just had to save, he had to save his family
Mm-hmm.
and his family's home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of the shit is going on. Belly decides that she wants to give Jeremiah a chance after all that. They get together. The first episode, she finds out that he not only cheated on her with the campus bop, but was never going to tell her about it. She found out at a party. Her brother gets into a car accident, and Jeremiah is there for her, but Connor Conrad he's doing a little residency or whatever because he's going to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Jeremiah, I don't even know what the fuck he's doing, but okay.
Couldn't tell you.
But okay, he's always, that's not the point. So he's the one who literally, like, even across the country is checking up on his homeboy, checking
Mm-hmm.
up on her, making sure he gets the best care. And
Mm-hmm.
she allows Jeremiah to ask her to marry him. And she says yes. And she wants the parents and Conrad to agree to it. What say you?
Listen, I felt for Belly in her younger years. However, I no longer can stand by her decision
Thank
making.
you.
I am
Because they aged her up. Remember, y'all,
oh
they aged her
so
up.
I am oh so irritated by that young lady. And when I tell you this last episode pissed me off so bad because you and Jeremiah, between the two of you, ain't got a motherfucking pot to piss in that's not connected to your motherfucking parents. Y'all spoiled ass brats. Jeremiah, you manipulative, curly headed son of a bitch. You have no idea what it takes to be a husband, an adult, a functioning member of society.
Society.
You have failed. You have failed in every aspect. You fucked up and you're not graduating college. However, you got a daddy who's going to pay for your fifth semester, right? Or fifth year. You got a daddy who got you an internship. You
Yep.
sitting there getting coffee, talking about, I've proven that I can work. No, you haven't. You've proven
You
that
got
you can go
coffee.
get coffee. Because why? In the middle of the fucking workday, when there's business to be done, you are trying to talk to your daddy about wanting to
I don't
marry
like
your motherfucking girlfriend. You are not smart. You are not an adult. Belly, you up in your mama's house, cussing, yelling, screaming. Jeremiah, you want to weaponize your dead mother, who was Belly's mom's best fucking friend, and tell
Yep.
tell her that's what my mom would want. Don't talk to me about your mother. Don't talk to
Calling
me
her
about
Susanna.
your fucking mother, okay? I will freak out. But then when Belly screams at her mother and nudges her, walks past her in her own home and physically nudges her, I said, grab her up, Laurel.
Jackie Christine
Snatch
her
her
ass.
up. Okay. And then where do y'all go? A summer house that Laurel had to help you save that y'all
Oh,
don't pay the motherfucking bills at.
oh,
Y'all ain't got nowhere to go.
oh,
You ain't got nowhere to go. You're
oh.
not an adult. Oh my God. I said, I'm turning into my mom because I literally was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me right now. And then Jeremiah just says, I really don't want you to go to Paris. And she goes, okay, I won't go. Your heart still skips a beat when his fucking brother walks in the motherfucking room. And then the icing on the cake for me with
Yep.
this last episode, you
Tell me.
have the nerve, the gall to make fun of Conrad, saying that you are ridiculous while sitting in an inflatable couch in a pool watching a projector that y'all do not pay the motherfucking
Y'all don't
bills for.
own. Y'all didn't buy. And you want to cry. Well, that's the only thing that I relate to, crying to landslide. But you want to lay in the bed and cry to landslide and make Conrad feel, girl, you knew that motherfucking door was open.
And you know what? Oh, you know what else I haven't forgiven? They ruined that motherfucking dinner and left that seafood tower on the fucking table. I know that was some fresh
And Laurel
shrimp
had
and
to pay
lobster.
for it.
That was fresh seafood.
Laurel had to pay for that shit.
Uh,
And I needed her to run back last season, Laurel, because last season, Laurel, when she slapped her, you remember she slapped her in the
yeah.
pool and was like, and then she turned her head and she was like, you never did that before. Well, she need to do it again. Because
Hello?
you 21 and you living at home and you in school, that's okay. But when you 21 and you getting married, and you're shopping at the motherfucking thrift store, prom store for your wedding dress,
Oh,
and you
you know,
think you know everything, when, mind you, they acted this way without even knowing that Jeremiah cheated on her.
cheated.
Imagine if they knew that he cheated.
She's just so stupid. It hurts me. Like you, I listen, 21-year-olds, like I get it. I've been 21. When I was 21, my boyfriend was 36. That was a terrible idea. Okay. But I was not marrying that man, right? And my mom
Right.
let me know the whole way. She said, you know, I'm not happy with this. You know, I don't like this, right? Mm-mm. I don't like this. It was no love lost. Like she still spoke to me. We were still fine, but she let no, I don't like
But
this.
would you ever even dare to say, I'm about to marry this man?
No.
Especially
And
when you're living with your
no,
parent
mind you,
and then you expect and you know how she okay, every episode she starts the episode pissing me off
yep.
because she set the tone when she was like, I'm about to go to work because I'm saving every single penny for this wedding. Excuse me, when Jeremiah's dad,
Girl, you're saving every penny for a wedding. Try having to save money for a wedding, pay rent, pay utilities, pay a car note, and have a wedding. Girl, I was fuming,
she pisses me off
fuming.
to
And mind
no
you, when I was 21, I lived on my own. I was working. Like I had finished school, I had finished cosmetology school. I was a hairdresser. Like, so even had I said like, Mom, I'm gonna get married to this guy, she would be
you're
like,
independent.
she'll be like, no, you're not. I'm
Yeah,
not standing for this
yeah,
still, but definitely not in her house.
in
And
her
talking about,
house.
and let me tell you how far my mom would go because I remember my brother tried this or something. He was like, after his first year of college, he came home and thinking he was like
He's
all
got
big
his
and
chest
bad.
out.
Uh
Yeah,
huh. He was like,
feeling
oh,
himself.
I don't need to stay here. Da 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 da. And he went to get in his car. My mom said, I pay for that car.
Right? How you getting it?
She said, you could go get the bus. You got 2 feet that work.
I know
She
that's
said,
right.
I pay for that. She said, I pay for that car. I pay for that phone. She said, so you want to talk crazy to me? She said, every motherfucking thing that I pay for, it's gonna stay here. And it
Everything the
did.
light
And
touches,
it did.
and
Okay.
it should have.
My brother had to call me on a house phone. He had to call me on a house phone.
Not
This
a house
bitch
phone.
don't
Not
know.
you exposing your brother.
He had to call me on a house phone, right?
Now that
Telling me to tell mom something. And I said, I'll think about it.
exactly. Because hold on,
Because
you're
I
not gonna
know how
get
to
me
act.
in trouble,
I know how to
and
act.
I'm out of the house.
Mm.
Like,
At that time, I was still in the house because he's
oh,
older than
I'm in
me.
the house. Hold on, I'm
Yeah.
definitely not gonna be.
Oh, no.
Like, hold on, we not even had this conversation, Playboy.
Mm-mm. I said, I know how to act. I don't try my mom. Like, I learned at a very early
At
age.
this age, I am fully have I've been on this earth 3 decades
Mm-mm.
and a little over 3 decades, not much over 3 decades, but I still wouldn't try her like that.
No.
Like she does not care. She comes to my house and tells me what to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My mom will be here Sunday, and I'm literally cleaning because I'm like, mind you, I paid bills here. My name on this
Thank
house.
you.
Right?
Thank you.
Like,
She don't care.
no,
She does not care. I
mm-mm.
will wash the dishes and my mom will rewash them. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, girl, you got it.
Yep. She'll be like, you like this here? Huh.
But I don't.
And and then she'll be like, I ordered you something so you could put that there instead of there.
And it's just like, and
Mm-hmm.
then even when I do talk back, it's still like not.
No, it's
It's no
very
way that Belly needs her ass beat. It's long story short,
yeah. You know what I do? I
Jackie
just go,
Christie.
I just go, okay, I have to go, mom. I'll call you later. She'll be like, I know you, man. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
They don't
She
care.
does
Like
not
she'll
care.
my mom will literally piss me off to no end to the point where I'm just like, like,
Mhm.
and I'm a grown woman, like in my
Yeah.
own house, worried about how I'm gonna pay the next bill. And then she'll be like, she'll text me right after. It don't matter
Hmm.
what we just talked about. It don't matter if we argued down.
Yep.
I need this from Amazon. Order it.
Yep.
Girl, no, get it yourself. What size?
Hmm. Yep.
Like, what are we talking about? And Belly got the nerve to be working to pay for a wedding to this dude. I can't. What do
That
you
they're
think?
having at the house, that they're having at the home, that they don't
They don't. And also, what are you rushing for if you're not pregnant?
literally. What are you?
If it's meant to last, if and it's okay, it would be different if her brother died. If her brother died, I'm like, okay, it's trauma. Okay, she want to be together. Okay, Susanna also died. But what are you rushing for? You are not pregnant. No one else died. You also are having. She's having sex flashbacks. Conrad.
Even if she was pregnant, it's 2025.
Right.
It don't fucking matter. Okay. That don't mean nothing. And you know what? You know what else?
When you're done, tell me about what you think about Taylor and Was homeboy Steven.
Steven. Well,
Yes.
that it's fun. I will because Steven is where I'm going with this. I was
Mhm.
so disappointed in him folding so quickly over being asked to be a best man because he was on the right side of history. He was like, this is
Exactly.
regular. This is ridiculous. And then Jeremiah's like, well, will you be my best man? He's like, oh my gosh, are you have some fucking discernment? Are you
None.
okay?
None. They not.
Okay. When it comes to Taylor and Steven, listen, I have spent the last 2 seasons being a member of the I Hate Taylor fan club. She's a terrible friend. However,
I kind of like
Taylor,
them together this
I do. And Taylor, she got some sense. She got some sense as she grown up. So I'm like, okay, Taylor, okay, Tay Tay. She got to raise her mama,
exact.
right?
It made so much sense when
Mm-hmm.
she had to like figure that out with her mom. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And she
I've
got the
come
bang.
around. I've
I'm
come
just
around.
like, okay, okay. Like I get it. I
Even
have come
though
around.
even though she was like, if you didn't get back with Jeremiah, get back with him. I was like, girl, see, there you go with that bad advice again.
She she okay, like I would have been pissed, but I wouldn't have minded if she just got back with Jeremiah. But them getting married set me off to like no
I
end.
would have been pissed. I don't like
That's
Jeremiah. I don't like
insane to
Jeremiah.
me. He's so annoying and he's so like
Immature.
remember when they went this was season 2, they went like they were trying to find Conrad because he went
Hmm.
missing or whatever, and the tire like
Hmm.
flattened or whatever, and he was
Yeah.
trying to call AAA, and Belly was like, oh, I know how to change it later, you know thing, and she's trying to instruct him. He's like, oh, see, you know what, if I would have called AAA, it would have been already changed. Like, no, this was 5 minutes ago. Shut your bitch ass noodlehead ass
Do
Justin
you
Timberlake wannabe ass up.
do you know how long insurance takes to come when you're on the side roadside assistance? I fear you know nothing about life, actually.
And that's exactly why he ain't
Like
got no business being married. I don't care how many years ago that was. He pissed me off. And even at the job he's at today, he's like, "Oh, they're asking him, oh, what did they say in the boardroom?" And he's just like repeating like certain things. He doesn't know what the fuck is
he
going
has no clue.
on.
He
No
has no clue.
wonder he has to be a super senior.
No, literally. Literally. And then him talking about my dad just got into my ass. That was nothing.
Nah,
And then
that
he
didn't.
literally was like, why are you so irresponsible? I'll wire you $20,000 tomorrow.
Exactly.
If I told my mom that, my mom would be like, that's crazy.
She'd be like,
That
how you
you
gonna pay for it?
she'd be like, do you need help? Do you know where the loan office is? Do you know? Because
And
I
then
I
on
agreed
top
to
of
pay
that,
for
she would
four
have called me
years.
every name in the book
Hello?
and would have been like, oh, you worried about that
Mm-hmm.
instead of worrying about your books.
Yep.
And you were
Yep.
and you on that phone, and I'm like, okay, the
Mm-hmm.
phone has nothing to do, but okay, like,
My mom would have been like, you ain't miss a single motherfucking party.
mm,
Oh, you didn't know you needed to take that class when you was in Mexico?
uh,
No.
you was fucking bitches.
Hello?
So I can't with the semi turn pretty. I'm just so frustrated. And I obviously have seen some spoilers with like the book ending or whatever. But either way, this is just like pissing me off. I don't know how, because what my roommate, he read the books and he told me some stuff. And I'm like, okay, but I still he told me, oh, this doesn't happen in the book. The whole Taylor and Steven thing
Yeah,
doesn't
somebody
happen in
told
the
me
book.
that too, so that's not a thing.
I don't even know if the actual engagement happens in the book or they just like get back together or whatever. I don't know, like I just don't know how it ends. And even if he did spoil it for me, they changed it on the show to a certain point that I still wouldn't know what happens. So
I
that's why I'm still
swear
pissed
to
off.
God, if she marries Jeremiah, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
I'm actually gonna write in and I don't care how ineffective it is. Like I have stuff to say.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna Huda style. I'm gonna crash out.
Exactly. And don't be ashamed of it either. And I'll just
I,
be sitting there with my motherfucking lash extensions and my swollen face and
I'm
watching the TV. And that's it. Well, I am so glad that I was able to talk with you about The Valley, which has been like, this is my first season watching it because I refused to watch it last season. Rachel Lindsay came on and she was like, give it a chance. I gave it a chance, and I'm sorry, it didn't disappoint. I know a lot of people mad about it and they stressed about it, and I'm like, no, they acted exactly how I expected them to act.
Yeah.
You hired Jax Taylor and Kristen Doty, who
Mm-hmm.
got fired for being racist, horrible people.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect? This is the show that we get.
Yep.
So we got what we deserved. And yes, and he's wearing lifts. And what?
I forgot I
So
saw
thank you for
that.
talking with me about that, and telling me about Sheena and all these things that I did not know. I love your podcast. People love your podcast. Thank you for talking this summer. I turned pretty, because I don't really have that many people to talk to about that are on, like, in the podcasting
Mm-hmm.
Bravo space. So like, for that to intersect, it was just so fun. I want to have you back as many times as you would like to come back,
Of
and
course.
tell the people where to find you.
Y'all can find me over on Instagram at Who Asked Me Podcast, or if you want to follow my personal page, Who Asked Zell. My TikTok is Who Asked Zell, and my YouTube is Who Asked Zell as well. And of course, my podcast, Who Asked Me.
Amazing, because I asked you, and that's why. And I had a lot of questions to ask you, by the way. Well, thank you so much, and thank you guys for listening. I have, treats coming up for you. We had guests all week, and by the time this comes out, you'll be listening to probably like the third episode of this week. So y'all are eating. So if I take a break, get off my ass. Okay. I am watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm rewatching it until it comes on again on Wednesday. And if anyone has a hookup on screeners, hit me up.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I want to know what happens. I don't want to do this week to week shit.
I
And
can't. It's
also,
stressing me.
you guys, watch The Hunting Wives. I went to acupuncture
Yes.
today, and I told my acupuncturist, because me and him, we talk about what we watch. He
Hmm.
was like, so what have you been watching? How's the podcast? And I'm like, listen, fuck all that. Before you put this needle in my back, and I scream, watch The Hunting Wives on Netflix. And he's like, okay, I'll check it out. So listen, if my acupuncturist can do it, you guys can do it, because I just finished it
So
yesterday.
good.
It was so good. And I'm going to need a second season.
Yeah.
I also did a reel, so make sure you guys like that reel. And Callie commented on the reel, so it's just very exciting. So you guys
Oh my God. I
check
love
that
that.
out. And thank you so much again for being on the podcast. And I will be having her back as many times as she'll come back. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.
Bye.